Sabha. Another work was handling what?
The district. The revenue. District.
Don't confuse her.
The district.
Okay, they were coming under revenue. Good. Then and village level. Another were dealing what? Like the DM of Aligarh, the district level, at district level. For those who are absent can see what she is telling. That's why we are discussing. Okay, good, very good. Sabha looked at the problems of the Brahmins. Go back to your seat, keep the marker. Or were dealing with the issues of the villagers. And then we have Nagartar, who were taking the aspect of trade and business. Then we have Natar, they were dealing with districts. Now, the Chola art. The Chola rulers were not only great conquerors and efficient administrators, but also great lovers of art and architecture. So, you know what is architecture?
Yes.
The art of designing a building. So, who all like doing interior designing? Okay, what do you do? Interior designing. Sorry? Wall painting. Okay, it's good to do all these things. They built many beautiful temples, canals, roads, cities and palaces throughout their kingdoms. The Cholas were great builders of temples. They developed a unique form of temple architecture. It is always very easy to learn through connections. See, the Cholas are more of a Hinduistic, like they are following Hinduism and different section of Hinduism. And what the counterpart of Brahmins could be what? Cholas could be what? The Mughal emperors. The Mughal emperors were building what? The mosques, the more historical buildings which we have in Delhi today also. The forts, the mosques, the great mosque, the Jama Masjid of the Delhi is one of the greatest mosques of that time, even presently. So they were more focusing on temples. They developed unique forms of temples architecture. Their technique of building temples is known as Dravidian style. Dravidian style is basically a style that has evolved from the art culture of Sri Lanka. Sri Lankan people used to follow Dravidian style. Okay. We are living in which part of the the northern part. We are living in northern part. We are living in plains. And what about Tamil Nadu, Sri Lanka? We are living in southern areas, and the physical feature is what? Coastal areas. Or even Plateau, you can also say Plateau. So they followed what? They followed Dravidian style. Dravidian style. This is the type of architecture. Dravidian style. So in northern plains, we basically have what? We have plain, like plain roof. And in the coniferous forest or in the mountainous regions, we have cone-like structure buildings. And in Dravidian style, we have buildings which are typically not exactly the plains, but somehow in the form of a pyramid, plus they are also plain buildings as well. The chief feature of this style was the construction of a pyramid-like structure over the deity room. What is a deity? Goddess. God or goddess in which the idol of the god is kept. It was called Garbha Griha. The deity room in which gods were kept.
Like idols.
What is it?
Garbha.
Garbha. G-R-B-H-A. Garbha is also called a form of dance.
Yes.
So Garbhagriha, which came to be known as Vimana. Garbhagriha, you can say Garbhagriha or Vimana. It consisted of many stories, each of which was smaller than the one below. Listen this line again and explain me. It consisted of many stories, each of which was smaller than the one below.
Sir, like it is having 4, then 3, then 2, then 1. Sir, means like
Okay.
it's like a pyramid.
Pyramid, because the structure of a pyramid is like a cone.
Yes.
So if they are saying the base of the building had more space, as we go into the second story, it has less space, and simultaneously as we go up. So it was a cone structured. The whole of this pyramidal structure was artistically carved from top to bottom. You know, at the time of Michelangelo and various painters, they were famous for what? They were famous for ceiling. They used to paint so much good paintings on the ceiling that you would be amazed at how could a person paint a ceiling. Today also we have a sort of POP, but POP is just a very meager description of that art. They used to magnificently, they used to decorate every and each corner of the ceiling, entire ceiling.
How is that possible?
That was that was them. Today we can't imagine the artistry or the talent which earlier people used to have. They may be having a stand sort of thing they are taking hours and longs and years to make such artistry. Even in Lucknow there is a zoo in which there is a museum. Some pieces are also kept there. There are at the time of Mughal emperor, there was sample of doors, heavy doors, lavish doors, and a number of potteries, and even the artistry of the various utensils used by the Mughals of that time. So they are kept there. Even in Aligarh, you know where is the museum in Aligarh? You have not been to university? There is a Musa Takri museum in the campus. You can go, you can see there. Then a number of rocks are there, stones are there. No, everyone can go. You can go and you just need to know the time at which it get opens. And even in Sir Sayyid House in there, there is also the first uniform of the university is kept there. The first Sherwani that was planned by Sir Sayyid. Even the sticks and the main items used by Sir Sayyid Ahmad Khan are kept there. It's always good to visit museum. It's good to see the things of the past. So it was a whole pyramidal structure decorated from top to bottom with beautiful structures. Then there was a pillared hall. What is a pillared hall? Many pillars to support the ceiling. There are a number of pillars with artistically designed pillars and a flat roof. So even the pillars were designed. We don't have pillars, decorated pillars. Only in malls we get those decorated pillars or the artistical description of the design. The temple had a large enclosure and lofty gates called Gopuram. Usually an entrance or the enclosure of a building is made grand and big. In the similar fashion, the temples of those period of the Chola dynasty were having, see, great enclosure. The main building is here. The worshippers or the pilgrims they have to move to a long distance to reach the place of what is this called? To reach Garbhagriha, they have to pass through a number of yes, exactly. The main building is inside. The temple had large enclosures with lofty gates called Gopuram. So the gates were called Gopuram. Gopuram. And in Mughal time, at the time of the Mughals, there are several places like Awadh and Lucknow in which the same title was used. Puram was used, but the prefix was Rajajipuram. So the tendency or the language keeps on changing with the time. when a ruler is ruling. You must have noticed that RAM, AM is continuously coming in many of the technical words being used from the Chola dynasty, because the southern states, they have a tendency to use rhythmic words, right? Okay. What were the two rhyming words? Peruntaram, Seruntaram, Nattar. All the rhyming words are being used by them.
No.
Sorry?
Are these Sanskrit words?
Maybe you can say, because Sanskrit was the main language of the Chola dynasty.
So maybe Tamil.
Tamil also, maybe Tamil, because a lot when you were studying earlier, how we come to know about Chola dynasty? By the Tamil Ramayana. The various type of texts written were which gave us the information about the Chola dynasty. With the passage of time, the Gopuram became majestic and gained great heights. So with the passage of the time means with the technological advancement, with the more exploration of various techniques of architecture, they did what? They made the building more grand and height, gain its height. Which is the highest building in the world? Tallest. The best example of Chola temple is Brihadeswara or Shiva temple. Shiva temple is still present there. It is being shown in some, like if you want to see Shiva temple, you can see on YouTube. You can just to have. See, when we see things, we learn better in a better way. I am not saying to follow the temple. Don't go to the teachings of the temple. They are of no use. But when you see things, it becomes more clear to us. So Shiva temple is a great temple at Tanjore. Tanjore is in Tamil Nadu. Built by the Chola kings. It is a wonderful piece of architecture. Its top is crowned with a single block of stone. You know, the top of this building of the temple is covered with a single stone. And now listen.
Sir, how are you standing in? Sir, that stone would be quite big.
Very big. See, 25 feet high and weighing 90 tons.
90
1 ton is equals to what?
1,000 kg.
So 90 tons. Can you imagine how can it hold such a big heavy stone at the top?
Sir, how they moved it? Yes, sir. By elephants.
By elephants. By pulling it with the force. Another temple built by the Cholas in their capital is Gaikonda Cholapuram. Is a fine example of the Chola architecture. The design and paintings on the walls of these temples are considered unique specimen of art by art critics like Smith and Ferguson. Smith and Ferguson are, you can say, they are the architect of those times. So Smith and Ferguson in their works have described the paintings of the temples and the architecture, the entire architecture of the building, of the temple. The art of making stone and metal images has also made rapid progress under the Chola rulers. So you can see they are talking all the aspects of the Chola Empire, the education aspect, the political scenario, which is the main concern of a dynasty, and even they are talking about the literature. Literature was also progressing, plus the art and culture, the overall the architecture. What is architecture or art part of? It is a part of literature. Literature and art is all related. Anything that pleases us is art. The temples of the Cholas in South India were not the place of worship alone. So what could they be?
Holy places means public ones.
Holy places and worship place means the same thing.
Sir, means I'm saying that they were not for just, they were like for so many people gathered there.
Yeah, it could also be as a tourist place.
Yes.
Soon they became the centers of cultural, spiritual, social and economic life of the community as well. So with the number of pilgrims and the worshippers coming from around the globe, the people of the temple used to earn money. They grow up as a community. The Chola literature. Great achievements were made in the field of literature as well under the Chola rulers. Who are the lovers of literature in the class? Very few. What do you read in literature?
Some novels.
Can you name some?
Pride and Prejudice.
Okay.
To Kill a Mockingbird. So many.
Have you read the entire text or the summary?
So entire. Harry Potter has not read all the 2 parts.
Okay. What you have read in literature?
I read short stories.
Can you name some?
So I read Macbeth, Shakespeare's Macbeth.
Macbeth. This is not a story.
It's a tragedy.
This is a tragedy. Acha, it's in the form of short story by some writers. Who wrote the short story in the Shakespeare's play are written in the short story form? By whom? I think Charles Lamb. Charles Lamb and Mary Lamb. They have written the short story collection of Shakespeare's play. And you were also raising the hand.
Sir, from my English book, many stories are there.
Syllabus. Pardon? Comics.
Yes, sir.
Name some comics.
Like Tinker Tailor
Anybody else also raise the hand from the middle? Who has raised the hand? You, huh? Tell me which books you read.
Once I read Merchant of Venice.
Merchant of Venice. It is subscribed to syllabus. Okay. It's written by who wrote this? Who wrote the Merchant of Venice? Tell me the main characters of the play. The play is famous for Portia's speech when she talks about justice. Okay, come to history. Great achievements were made in the field of literature as well. They are also progressing in literature. During this period, spectacular advance was made by regional languages. So they were main concern was progress in regional language. What is a regional language? Yeah, language of a particular region, very confined, small area. It shifts from kilometer, it changes from certain kilometers. So they were making advances in regional languages, especially Tamil. They focus more on what? Tamil. I think the Chola dynasty was somewhat near Tamil Nadu, the present Tamil Nadu. Northern part. You can map is also given. See, Chalukyas are here in the southern part. Okay.
It's lunchtime now.
It's over. Let me complete the one paragraph, just one. Just 2 minutes. Tamil language which made a significant progress. See, otherwise the thing is being discussed in earlier texts. In the period, several Bhakti poets of Shaiva and Vaishya sects. You must have studied earlier in the proceedings of the chapter. There are 2 sects. Section, the short form of section is sects. Shaiva and Vaishnav, called Narayans and Alvars. You must have read this.
Bhakti movement.
Yes. Bhakti movement. They were following the teachings of Bhakti movement. Other thing we will do it later. And girls, there is a homework for you. You have to come up with all the question and answers, and we will discuss in the class. Okay. If you have any difficulty, we can discuss in the class. Do all the question and answers.
Can I take?
Okay.